How's it going, everyone? Hope you're well. Mr. Boulder back today with a collection update for you. First collection update for a while. All vinyl collection update. The usual mix of genres and styles. As always, I'll start off with the lighter side of things and progress to the heavier side of things. I'm going to get into it after the usual sip of coffee. Going to be starting off with some hard rock. This is the first album I picked up this year, Black Star Riders and The Wrong Side of Paradise. This came out back in January. These guys fronted by Ricky Warwick of the Almighty fame. Robbie Crane on the bass, who was in Rat for a number of years. And the guitar player isn't in the band anymore. He's since been replaced by Sam from Wayward Sons on the lead guitar. This is excellent old school hard rock. Printed in with a picture of the guys up here. Lyrics on the back. Just good old black vinyl with the centre labels looking really nice. So yeah, this is your classic sort of old school hard rock album, really. Full of simple, catchy songs. Guitar riff wise, nothing really amazing, but just songs that are easy to sing along to. Really enjoyable. Great vocals from Ricky. Title track Wrong Side of Paradise is excellent. Better Than Saturday Night is a great tune. Riding Out the Storm I really like. Catch Yourself On. That side A is all excellent stuff. Side 2 starts with a cover of the Osmonds' Crazy Horses, which I wasn't massively keen on at first, but I've grown to enjoy it more with repeated listens. Then you've got Burning Home on here as well. Green and Trouble Land. This Life Will Be the Death of Me. Excellent stuff. This is out via Earache. And yeah, it's simple old school hard rock. Does the job nicely. Over and done within about 40 minutes. Great album, my first pickup of the year. And yeah, it's really good stuff. This next one has only been out a couple of weeks. This is a new album from Extreme called Six. Really enjoying this one. This is a gatefold. Picture of the guys. And who's on drums now? Kevin Figueredo. Because obviously it was Paul Geary back in the day. Then Mike Mangini. And now this guy. Printed in is the hype sticker I stuck on there. Again, this is just on good old black vinyl. So I'm really enjoying this album. I'm only missing their album they put out back in 2008. I've got everything else. But this is really good. Pat Badger's backing vocals are, as always, really, really good. And obviously Gary Sharone's vocals. I love Gary Sharone. He's a great singer. I think Nuno's singing some songs on this as well. So you've got some different vocal styles for this album. Really, really good stuff. This is, again, classic kind of old school kind of hard rock. The first side on the first LP is just fantastic. You've got Rise, Rebel and Banshee, 3 up-tempo rocking tracks. Banshee being my favourite. It's got some really, really great riffing, excellent chorus. The backup vocals that sit behind the main vocals and the chorus sound fantastic. It's just a really great catchy song. Rise and Rebel as well are really, really good. Other Side of the Rainbow's good. The Mask, Thicker Than Blood's a great track. Save Me, Hurricane, and then you got Beautiful Girls and Here's to the Losers towards the end. A couple towards the end are a little bit on the filler side, but I really, really enjoy this album. Yeah, the vocals are great. I love Gary's vocals. And of course, the guitar work from Nuno Bettencourt is out of this world. Definitely one of the best guitar players out there. Riffs are absolutely amazing. And some of the solos are absolutely phenomenal. If you're a lead guitar player, you want to listen to this because the solos are absolutely superb. But yeah, nice album, this from Extreme. Really enjoying this one. Like I say, a couple of little kind of weak tracks towards the end, but they're not bad. It's just the stuff towards the start of this album is more strong. But Extreme 6, their new album, is really, really good. Nice embossed cover here. Excellent album. Really, really loving this. 2 LP set. Good stuff. Some new metal now. Picked this up a while back. This is Deftones and Around the Fur, which came out back in 1997. Excellent album. I played this loads on the CD back in the day. Here's the printed inner. Some pictures. Some other stuff on the back. Yeah, we've got lyrics, that's the word on here. It's just on good old black. There's the hype sticker. So yeah, I listened to this loads back in the day. Stephen Carpenter's riffs are really, really good. There's some excellent riffs on this album. And Chino Marino's very unique vocal style means you know when you listen to these guys because it don't sound like anyone else. But the first song, My Own Summer, Shove It. Excellent riff, really, really catchy riff. Brilliant vocals as well. Mascara, Around the Fur, Rickets, Be Quiet and Drive Far Away. That was played constantly on the Krang channel, that video back in the day. Lotion, Head Up, MX. This is produced by Terry Date, who of course produced all the Pantera albums back in the 90s. So, funny enough, this album sounds amazing. And yeah, just some excellent new metal from Deftones. Around the Fur from 1997. Picked this up about 6 months ago. And really nice to have it on vinyl at last. Superb album, really, really good. Excellent stuff from the Deftones. Around the Fur is a brilliant, brilliant new metal album. Packed with great riffs and very good vocals. Up next, I'm still not know how to pronounce this band name. This is either Death or Death. This features Dave Ellefson, former Megadeth, on the bass. Can't remember the good name of the other guys, but this is the guitar player and the vocalist. He was once in Decapitated. And the drummer here, he used to be in Entombed AD. So this is very modern sounding, a little bit similar to the sound of bands say like Lamb of God or Trivium. But there's also some proper death metal in there as well. There's some proper blasting going on. So that's quite a mixed bag going on. There's the gatefold. So yeah, very modern sounding. Yeah, very similar to the likes of Lamb of God and Trivium. But there's definitely some death metal style blasting there as well. Here's the album with the print of the inners, center labels. But it's really, really good. In some places it sounds very commercial. In other places it sounds much, much heavier. So Hell and Back first track is fantastic. Don't Get Mad, Get Even. Gang vocals in that chorus. They're okay. I'm kind of hit and miss on gang vocals. Wicked Disdain, Free Us All, Heavy as the Crown. Side A, there's no bad songs there at all. It's really, really good stuff. Side B kicks off with Walk With Me Forever, which is like a power ballad, which to be honest, I don't mind. But it does sound a little bit out of place on this album, but it's not a bad song. But then you've got Dead Inside, the Marker Cane, In the Hall of the Hanging Serpents. That is probably the most death metal-y track on the album. End with a song called Severance. 10 tracks, really, really good stuff. Like I say, the inclusion of the kind of power ballady song is a bit strange. I don't really think it sort of fits with the rest of the album, but I don't mind it at all. But there's definitely some blasted on this as well. Really, really good vocals. The guitar work's excellent. Dave Ellison's bass work is fantastic. Drums are great. So quite a commercial sound album in places, and really does sound very much a death metal album in other places. If you're a proper into your death metal, this probably isn't going to appeal to you. I don't think there's going to be enough death in there for you. But if you like things that are a little bit more on the commercial side of the heavy metal, then you might want to give this one a go. But I really enjoy it. It's an excellent album. This is their first album, come out about a month ago. And yeah, looking forward to more from these guys. This really has impressed me a lot. Another one I picked up a few months ago, the latest album from Enforced. This is War Remains. So that's thrash metal with definitely a bit of a hardcore edge with regards to the vocals. It's just on good old black vinyl. 1 LP set, just the way I like it. I'm not really a big fan of 2 LP sets, as you know, but sometimes it is necessary. Here's the printed inner with a photo of the guys. Some more photos and lyrics on the back. Musically, this song's like latter-day Slayer to me. What I mean is that kind of latter-day Slayer production sound. This is packed with amazing riffs. Really, really good riffs. Of course, the bloody inner won't go back in, so I'll take that out for the time being. Brilliant riffs. The vocals are very, very good. Drums are pounding away. This is excellent, excellent stuff from these guys. These guys knocked out the park with Killgrid, their previous release, and this one is just as good, if not better. Aggressive Menace, Hanged by My Hand, War Remains, title track is fantastic. Excellent vocals. Mercy Killing Fields, Ultraviolence, Starve, Empire. This is out on Century Media. There are no bad songs on this album. This is another album again which is over and done with in about 35 minutes. Not messing about, getting the job done, coming in with loads and loads of speedy riffage, excellent vocals, and just really enjoyable. Every song's fantastic from start to finish. You don't get bored. It's excellent stuff. Enforced War Remains, superb, superb album. Onto some death metal now, and here's the latest release from Frozen Soul. Glacial Domination, nice matte finish on this cover. This is out again on Century Media. Again, it's just good old black vinyl with the centre labels matching the album artwork, which is a touch I always like. So what's to be said about these guys? If you like the last album, Cryptovice, you'll like this. It's pretty much more of the same. Printed in it with a picture of the guys. Lyrics on the back. Really enjoying this one. It's an excellent album, just as good as Cryptovice. Let's have a quick look. Invisible Torment, the first track's fantastic. Arsenal of War, Morbid Effigy, Annihilation, Frozen Soul, the song's excellent. Best Served Cold, Atomic Winter. There's a couple of instrumental passages on this album, which sound like they could have been lifted straight from an old sort of 1980s slasher horror films, which I really like, so it's all good with me. They had a nice little sort of touch to the album, which you didn't have on the previous album. Packed with loads of great riffs. The vocals are superb. So this is a really, really good album. Really enjoying it. The only thing I would say, however, is for me personally, going forward, I would like to hear a little bit more of their own identity and own style. Because if you're familiar with these guys, you'll know that they are 110% a copy of Bolt Thrower. They sound exactly like Bolt Thrower. These albums could have been released under the Bolt Thrower name, and you would never know the difference. So yeah, I do really, really like this. These guys. I'm looking forward to seeing them at Bloodstock in about 6 weeks' time. Excellent album, really, really good stuff. But yeah, I would like to hear a little bit more of their own identity going forward. But that's just me personally. But this is an excellent death metal album, no doubt about it. Up next, some black metal, and here's the new one from Immortal, and this is War Against All. Brilliant album, this. When I listen to this, it makes me question why I don't pick up more black metal. I literally only listen to about 3 or 4 black metal bands, but Immortal is fantastic, and this is the latest album from them. It's an absolute beast. This is out of Nuclear Blast. It's the gatefold, which looks really, really good. Nice big picture of the artwork. Again, this is just good old black vinyl. Nothing too interesting to show there, really. Got the printed inner, and the lyrics on that side, and a huge picture of Demon Az on the other side. So this is the second album, I should say, since Abbas departed a few years back, and they're not missing him at all, it has to be said. This is really, really good stuff. Excellent riffs from Demon Az throughout this whole album, and his vocals are absolutely fantastic as well. I can't remember who's on drums because it's not Horg anymore. Horg's left after being with the band for about 26 years. He's gone now though, but whoever it is playing the drums with us, like I say, I can't remember his name, does a fantastic job. I mean, the first song, War Against All, is just fantastic. Thunders of Darkness, War God, No Sun, Side A is just all killer stuff. You've got Return to Cold, the song Immortal on Side B. 8 tracks, 38 minutes long. Amazing drums. The drums are absolutely superb. Excellent icy cold riffage and brilliant vocals from Demon Az means that this is an absolutely essential pickup as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't wait for this to come out. I heard the title track when it was pre-released before the album came out, and I just absolutely loved it. Couldn't wait for the album, and the rest of the album is just as good. Immortal's War Against All. Phenomenal sounding black metal. Really nicely produced. Sounds fantastic. Great album. Just under 40 minutes long. Gets the job done. It's absolutely superb. And the last one is a massive grail for me. This is a reissue. I know some people say that reissues can't really be grails. I don't agree with that. Because for me personally, I would rather spend £20, £25 on a nice reissue than spend 200 or 300 quid on an original copy. That can get in the fucking bin. I mean, if I can get an original at a good price, of course I'm going to pick it up. But it's just so hard to come by. This has been reissued by Earache. This is from 2002. It's from Poland, and it's an absolutely phenomenal, massive, massive album for me. And it's Decapitated, Nihility, reissued at last. Thank you, Earache. Just an absolutely phenomenal album. When people talk about classic death metal albums, they'll often go back to, say, the late 80s to the early 90s through to the mid 90s. For me, this is a classic death metal album. There are no bad songs on this album whatsoever. It's just absolutely fantastic. These guys are some of the best death metal albums out there, particularly their earlier stuff. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff. I'm so happy to have this. I did get a picture disc when they released that about a year ago, but I'm so glad they brought it out just on good old black. And here it is with that classic earache label. Very technical, amazing riffs from Vogue. Soaring on the vocals. I like his vocals, don't get me wrong. His vocals are a little bit sort of, you know, typical of the genre. They don't really sort of kind of stick out. Generic is the word I'm looking for, I suppose. But he sounds great. And his Vogue's brother Vitek, who of course passed away back in about 2006 after the bus incident. Such a shame, he was so young. Here's the lyrics on this printed inner. Picture of the guys. Although very annoyingly, when I first got this, I split the inner sleeve straight away because the record was in there so tight I could not get it out. And when I eventually got it out, it came out from this side and tore the bloody inner sleeve, which is a little bit annoying. But at the end of the day, these things don't really matter. As long as the record plays absolutely fine and sounds good, that's what really matters, and it does. Again, we're struggling to get the inner sleeve back in. There we go. But yeah, an absolutely massive death metal album. Eternity Too Short, Mother War, Nihility title track, Perfect Dehumanization, side 1, all killer stuff. Side 2, Names, Spheres of Madness, probably their most famous song, Babylon's Pride, Symmetry of Zero. And on the end here, we've got a cover of Napalm Death, Suffer the Children. Not massively a fan of bonus songs being put onto our LPs. I don't mind them going on CDs, but to be honest, this cover's really, really good, so I don't really mind. But it's just packed full of amazing riffs. The riffs are absolutely fantastic. The solos are great. The drums are absolutely astonishing. Great vocals. The bass from Martin is brilliant as well. Just an absolute classic death metal album, which at last has been reissued on good old black vinyl, and I'm so happy to have it. I've been wanting this for such a long time. This was part of Earache's on-demand service where you can vote for what albums they press next. And I couldn't support this one fast enough when it came up. And really, really happy to have it. Decapitated Nihility from 2002. Death metal from Poland, done the right way. Technically brilliant, technically proficient, amazing vocals, great drums, guitar solos, guitar riffs are fantastic. It's just the perfect album. No bad songs on this. If for some reason you're into death metal and you haven't heard this, and I can't imagine you wouldn't have heard it, but if you haven't, I can't recommend enough you give it a listen. It's absolutely phenomenal. Right guys, that's it for this video. Cheers for watching all the way to the end. It's been very much appreciated. As always, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these pickups. I'll be back with you soon with another video. So until then, cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.